burn. A thirst and desire, you transform out of pit of flesh. You spread your wings to rise from the ashes. Phoenix, you burst in a fire, burn. A thirst and
All right. Good morning, good evening, good afternoon, whatever time it is where you are. If you are new, my name is Sasha. Welcome to my channel. If you're a returning subscriber, welcome back, my loyal royals. So good to see you. So please make sure that you are subscribed to my channel. Please make sure you do leave this video a thumbs up. Hit that like button. Please make sure you share the video as well. Help get me through that algorithm just a little bit, you know. And as well, please make sure that you do follow me on Twitter. I am active on Twitter at DragonPink07, so please make sure you follow me on there. Come and say hello. Leave me a comment down below. Say hello in whatever language you want to say it in. That made no sense. But anyway, for today's video, I'm actually going to talk about something that I've kind of been hesitant to talk about. But for this particular video, I'm going to talk about my first time visiting South Korea. So, as a quick disclaimer, I went to South Korea in 2019, which means that's pre-panoramic. So, I have not been since everything's been going on. I have been trying to get back since 2020, but yeah. Anyway, so if you would like to hear about my experience from South Korea in 2019, please keep on watching. Again, make sure you subscribe, leave me a like, leave me a comment, share this video, and go follow me on Twitter at DragonPink07. All that said, let's get into the video. So, 2019, I got to take my very first trip to South Korea, and I had done a lot of research before I went because, you know, as you can clearly see, and on top of that, I'm a foreigner to South Korea, and going to a place that is completely different than where I live. Most people know by now the United States is a mixing bowl of cultures, religions, all shades of people and everything. Whereas South Korea, it's homogenous for the most part, meaning everybody is all of the same thing. They're all the same ethnicity. Everybody is Korean for the most part. But I did all my research. I went with someone else. I did go with someone else. I went with my sister. And we went in August. Yes, it was August of 2019. Oh my gosh. Even after everyone gave us the heads up about what the heat is like in the summer in Korea, nothing can prepare you than when you actually get there and you step off that airplane out of the airport, and it's like you just suddenly get drenched in sweat because of how hot it is. But it made me think, okay, with the heat over there, I will never ever complain again about the heat here in the States. That's just my own view. But anyway, we were only there for a week, and it was quite an interesting trip. Some of my favorite spots included Myeongdong, which is a very heavy foreigner spot, Hongdae, and Itaewon. So the thing about those three spots, like Myeongdong, Hongdae, and Itaewon, are known for having foreigners. And one thing about me is, regardless of whatever place I go to, I want to go where I can at least feel somewhat a sense of home. And going to those three places was definitely a good choice. We had a lot of fun over there as well. And some of the things we were trying to figure out what to do, you know how when you go, it's like there's some places that foreigners just can't go. And that's kind of obvious with some signs and how people will kind of like turn you away. But you can't let it bug you. You can't let it bother you. Just go have fun and just do your own thing. The other thing, there's this service that my sister found, and I believe it's called Tour with Oppa or something like that. I think that's what it's called. But she went on there and she booked us a tour of the Hanbok Village. I think that's what it's called. And our tour guide's name was, I think his name was Hugh. So we got the tour with Hugh Oppa. And it was so cool. He was such a sweetheart, and wow, was he handsome. But he was really a sweetheart. He was very kind, very gentlemanlike. And he showed us all around the village and was telling us that even though it's a tourist spot, you have to be quiet while you walk around because people actually live there. The older houses that are there, people live there, and as to not disturb them, to keep your voices down and to keep the noise level down as much as possible. And that was actually really cool. That was really cool. Got to try a lot of different food. There is some things that I do want to do when I go back. Does that even make sense? I would like to try to do when I go back. Mind you, like I said, this is pre, so I have not been post. But all I can say is it was definitely an experience, and I do want to, it was okay. It was okay. I don't know if it's got something to do with the fact of who I went with, or if it's just the fact of the stay was so short. But I want to give South Korea another try. And as I mentioned earlier on, I have been trying to get back since 2020, but we all know what happened in 2020. But I'm hoping to go back next year. I have been practicing my Korean, but other than that, the initial trip, it was okay. It was fun, but it was okay. I hope to be able to go back and say I had a phenomenal time, but it'll be hopefully next year when I can go back, but we'll see. But I can, if I had to rank it from like 1 to 5, 5 being like extremely awesome and 1 being, I would have to give it maybe a 3.5, only because, as I mentioned, it was an okay experience, and maybe it had something to do with the fact of who I went with, the fact that the stay was so short. But other than that, it was cool, and the people were nice. The people that I came in contact with were nice. I'm going to say it that way. They were nice. It was some odd moments where it just wasn't the best, obviously. But for the most part, the trip was nice. I have learned my lesson as far as staying in areas where there's definitely more foreigners, or at least staying closer to, I guess, touristy things. Because where we stayed at, it definitely made me a little uncomfortable. But at the same time, I had to remember, this is a country where even though they have some foreigners, everybody for the most part is all Korean. So when they see foreigners, it's like, wow. Yeah. But other than that, I'm definitely going to give Korea another try. The country itself is beautiful. Like, we were in Seoul, but it was really, really nice. It was real pretty. Only thing is, it's like the heat. Golly day. But I know this was kind of all over the place because this is me trying to literally remember how the trip went in 2019. But I hope to go back. I hope to meet new people, and I hope to have an updated video for a new experience. But other than that, that is it for this video. Please make sure to subscribe to the channel. Please make sure to leave me some comments. Have you been to South Korea? If so, did you like it? If you did, what did you like about it? What did you do? Give me some ideas on things to do since I'm trying to get back next year. How long did you stay for? Where did you stay? Did you stay in Seoul? Did you go to Jeju? Did you go to Busan? Where did you stay? Where did you go? What did you do? Please do let me know. That is my little experience for my trip, my very, 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 very short trip to South Korea in 2019. Please make sure you follow me on Twitter. And other than that, I will see y'all later.